Alright guys, what we got here is the 22-inch Lone Wolf Custom Gear seat post. I'm swapping it out on my 1.0. I have the newest version of the 1.0. I guess it's, I think I got it actually in 2022. So it has all the newest features, and it's by far the nicest stand that I've got from them. Really minimal water jet marks, and the edges are a lot nicer. Not as smooth as I would love to see, but definitely getting better overall. With this 22-inch seat post, they went away from the XOP steel buttons that they've been using, and now they're milled right out, all one piece, and you have both. It's interesting just looking here. It looks like this one's slightly smaller and maybe that than the top one, and that's probably to fit, is what I'm assuming. So I've tossed this on the scale real quick, and I'm really surprised that there isn't much of a difference in weight for that extra 2 inches. So that's pretty sweet. To get this old post off, it's kind of hard to get the nut that's on the one side to hold it to be able to spin it off. And what I found is I didn't have a thin enough socket. The sidewall was too thick to fit in the hole of this knob, and I just basically was able to clamp these needle nose on the side of the nut and then turn the opposite knob that has the bolt side, and was able to get it off. It wasn't too bad. But so that's something you got to consider. The other thing, this nut that you mount the standoff or the tree bracket to is it's in there pretty good, and it's nice and aligned, so I didn't want to knock it out, and I had extra Lone Wolf Custom Gear nuts, so I just put a new one into this one here, and that way it's nice. We'll get a real comparison of the weights here in a second. But to put that in, the tolerance is so tight, I actually had to hammer that in, and now it's in there solid. I might have to fiddle with it a little bit to align it, but she's good. So just for reference here, I want to go over to the scale now, and see, yeah, right there. So the new 22-inch post weighs 1 pound, 7.5 ounces. So just under 1.5 pounds. Now, the 20-inch post with one XOP button is 1.58 pounds. So you're not even 2 ounces heavier for an extra 2-inch seat post. But that also has the bottom button attached already. So for a fair comparison, let's add this. And I mean, 0.6 ounce of a difference for a comparable, 2 inches extra. That's pretty awesome. So you're not killing yourself anywhere with the weight, and I know it's minimal anyway. So, but us gear queers, we like to compare all that stuff. So yeah, now I'm going to be putting it back together, and it'll be pretty easily put back together, I know for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that info so far. So now we have the 22-inch post installed. Here's the 20-inch post. As you can see, it is utilizing these lower ports on the newer 1.0 models. Again, this is the latest model that they've shipped. It has the double step ports here. I want to show you a couple things about not only the new post, but the 1.0. I don't have 17-inch doubles any longer, but I got these 20-inch doubles. And these ports are designed to accept the bottom standoff bolt and then nest inside. But the problem is the tolerance is off slightly, maybe even as little as like a 32nd of an inch. So what happens is you put them in that port, and then they're bottoming out on the top of the V bracket right here. So you can kind of flex the stick like that, and then it will nest on the tab, the pull rope tab that this square is cut out for right here. And then it's pretty solid, but and that's going to give you a nice, you know, solid. It's not going to flip on you, but it is a little noisy. Okay, pumping that in and out. So what I noticed now that you have this 20-inch post, or the 22-inch post, you have this 2-inch gap here where the bottom of the stick would rest on that. So you can take that now, take it out of the ports right here, slide it down to the post, and get it nice and straight. And it's nice. The upper square post now will nest in that port on this bottom stick. Let's pop these off. And yeah, you can see that now the stick rests on the standoff. It's on the post. It's nesting in the pull-up rope slot there. And then the standoffs will go on either side of here and have a pretty solid fit once you get that cam strap on. So that is an option. And then what's nice there is your profile is even lower. It's lower than the stand. Again, this is the 20-inch sticks. And that's that. Okay. So another thing I wanted to show you is with this longer post, you can see that the bottom of the seat here now sits closer to the bottom of the stand. So putting that savior pack underneath, like a lot of guys like, might cause your stand to sit not as good, but it still will be fine. And as you can see with the 0.5 right here, this only has an 18-inch post, and it comes down to the bottom with the tab. So some guys might consider putting the 22-inch post on this stand or the 20-inch post. Now, I've found that this 22-inch post, now if you use this 22-inch post on an older 1.0 or this 0.5, it's not going to be able to lock into the stand because it's going to stick out further, especially on the 0.5. Now, what they did was they put a hole right here, and I think it's a 1/4 inch. It might be slightly smaller. This is a metric bolt and it fits in there perfect. And you can just push that in there, and now the the bolt won't allow that shelf to move. So that is going to be a sweet option for people that want to put that longer seat post on either an older 1.0 or the 0.5. I don't really like the idea of the longer post being on the 0.5. I'm sure it would be much more comfortable for taller fellas. But then you're going to, that stand's going to stick out past the bottom of the seat will stick out past the bottom of the stand, and you won't be able to set it down and whatnot. But so I do hope that they offer the 20-inch with that hole, because the newest post that I have does not have that. It's an extra hole like right here. Doesn't have it yet, but maybe in the future they will, if guys want to put that on their 0.5. And it's nice and easy. It's just a pin that you would put through there. I do want to show you one other thing about this 22-inch post. If you have a wolf pack, I was wondering how it would work out for hanging it, since it's 2 inches longer. And it seems like it will work if you use the 1.0 loop. It'll work pretty much good, and you still have the option to use the bigger handle. Maybe if you have some winter clothes and you need a little more space off the back to wedge them in there. But yeah, very happy with this new 22-inch post option. And I did mention when I was weighing this that it looked like this bottom bracket here was shorter than the top. And this is the one that the majority of guys might not ever use, but it is there for, you know, if you choose to use one. But yeah, it is shorter, and that is to be able to clear this rung here, and it works, you know, with no problems at all. Absolutely flawless. So there you have it, guys. That's the Lone Wolf Custom Gear 22-inch post on the newest 1.0.